70,000 Patriots. You're looking pretty good there. You know, somebody asked me the other day if I had any plans for fall. It took me a minute to realize they're talking about autumn, not the fall of civilization. Kevin McCarthy has officially been kicked off the island, as we say. Or maybe you haven't noticed, or you don't think it's that big of a deal because you've been too preoccupied with what Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are up to, and you actually think that what they're doing is somehow relevant to your life. Come on, ladies. I'm talking to you. Look, I'm sorry for being MIA. I've been out here getting deer plots ready for whitetail season. And yes, I do accept the nomination for Speaker of the House. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Oh, thank you too. For real now. I would never be a politician or run for public office. That's just crazy. Mama always taught me never to tell a lie, so that just rules that out. But I will say this, because I feel like I speak for all of us when I say this right here. Matt Gaetz, you had better have a miracle up your sleeve, son. We can't just be dragging this whole nomination thing out like we did last time, okay? You drag something like that out too long, it's like an elderly man popping ED pills. A week goes by with no results, some pretty extreme frustration starts brooding. You know what I mean? You're welcome for the visual image on that. But no, I don't believe the conspiracy theory that they're going to try to put Trump in there next. I don't think he would be up for that. I don't think that's a situation that may be even possible. If you really read the rule book and all the stuff that's going on, he's got too much stuff that he's dealing with anyway. But I will be right there with y'all with a bucket of popcorn watching it all go down. No doubt about it. But do y'all realize how crazy this is? Democrats have teamed up with MAGA Republicans to oust the Speaker of the House. What's going on? And I bet everybody on this channel pretty much feels like I do, looking at the Republican Party the last 30 years. No balls, lots of rhinos. You know, it feels like a bad case of diarrhea. When you're sitting on that pot, you feel like you just may not ever get off that toilet. But eventually, you will. And like Grandma said, this too shall pass. It may pass like a kidney stone, but it's going to pass. Cheering for the Republican Party at this point feels like cheering for Vanderbilt football. Okay, I'm sorry for everybody up there, but I'm just saying. I mean, we all got dressed up, we got the food, we did the tailgate, and at the end of getting crushed after every single game, we reevaluate what we're doing with our lives. As you know, this whole thing started because McCarthy signed off on some spending bills that he said he was never, ever gonna do. What I do understand is, if you can't paint the perfect picture of who and what a conservative is by 2024 to the American public, then we're all completely screwed. So I understand what the beef is. Speaking of beef, right here, y'all. Backyard Butchers, this stuff is incredible. Probably one of the most perfect sponsors I've ever had on this channel because I love meat, as y'all know. Everything that they sell is grass-fed and grain-finished right here in America. So besides the deer I eat, this is the only meat whatsoever that I consume, and it tastes incredible. Their website's backyardbutchers.com, and if you enter code BUDDY, you get 20% off. 20% from meat is a big deal, y'all. Look, I'm ashamed to even admit this. I just found out that right here in America, 85% or so of our meat that we get from stores are not American meat. As long as they package it here, they can say product of America. That's a problem because it ain't America. And some of the other meat you're getting is injected. Isn't it good to know that the stuff you're eating ain't poison? I mean, that's a pretty big deal to me. I'm embarrassed to know I didn't find that out, but we're always learning, we're always growing. Backyardbutchers.com/buddy, 20% off with code BUDDY. So I know you probably watch these shows on Discovery Channel, right? I'm always obsessed with wolves when they come on because, unfortunately, pretty much every single member that we have in Congress is a wolf. It's just unfortunate, but it's the fact of the matter. And when a wolf smells out a weak leader, they eventually, what do? They start circling. And that's exactly what happened to McCarthy. You can't use Democrats to get a 45-day extension of shutting the government down and then go on TV and then bash the same Democrats for the looming shutdown and expect them to help you keep your job. So I'm going to say to the Republicans again, y'all had better know who you're going to choose by next week or it's going to get bad. It's going to feel like washing your truck real good and then she cancels on your date about 5 minutes before you're supposed to show up. The best thing that came out of this whole thing is that Nancy Pelosi got kicked out of her private office. I mean, get an exorcist in that office quick, boys. Clean that thing out. Best one you got in the D.C. metro area. You know, aren't y'all glad that we decided to live self-sufficiently? You know what I'm saying? If they can't even get along with each other in their own party up there in D.C., how the heck are they ever going to help us? There's no intention to. These parasites all know they're above the law. That's exactly why in 1835, Davy Crockett said, "You may all go to hell, and I'll go to Texas." It didn't work out too well for Davy, but I appreciate the spirit. I'm headed home to cook up a good old steak here. Feels good to know that your meat's not getting injected with poison or coming from some foreign country. God bless you. If you're part of this army, hit like. I just want to see you, and comment who the heck you think should be in there. Who you think should fill that spot besides me. Y'all be good.